Should be a cemetery right
Yeah,
by the
that's what
church,
they
and there's
use.
got to be people who died in here.
In the movie, this was a cemetery right next to the church.
They used to have that kind of land around that.
Yeah, the old.
The people who worked in the breakers,
They lived in that red house. Okay.
and they were smaller. They were smaller houses. They got in here.
Maybe they had them here keeping his eye on things, you know.
I don't know. I don't know how
Probably
they.
died back
Something like
in
that.
the-
Shop right here.
Right there to the left, yeah.
Yeah, the doors were open, and a guy was actually working a forge and everything in there. It was 2 weeks ago, I guess, when I was down. Want us on the porch, Dale, or where
Yeah.
you want it?
Yeah, right on the porch.
Like leaning over the rail.
Yeah, yeah. Got there 2 stills, and now we're back to the video. Good.
Looks pretty rough now.
Yeah, it is.
It is, yeah.
Farms, there were some old fences they probably.
And
had
this
here, you know.
this is the company store. Now, if you've seen them,
They must have just
they're
cleaned
not
it up.
even on the tracks. Half of them are.
No.
I guess they are. I don't know.
I never
Unless
saw
there's
them
2
that high because the
tracks.
mines were not. They didn't want
They
them
were lower, huh?
Yeah, they were lower, and not that size. I never saw them that size. Yeah, well, they probably didn't finish it
They
up.
should put a porch on them and make them look like, make them all look
No, that's
St. James. What is it?
that must be the silver.
Huh?
The silver or something, isn't it?
What?
Why didn't they bother with it then?
George Wentz. I said George Wentz. I'm getting itchy.
And this building's seen better days.
Yeah, you betcha.
They really should have like plaques telling you what the stuff is.
Well, I see they have numbers of the
Yeah.
schoolhouse, and
No, you're
160
right.
was a church.
And it was probably because they.
The mine boss is home.
Yep. The owner. This is the owner's home.
This is not done at all. It's all stripped and steeped. Lot of, no, huh?
Yep. Probably was a school.
Yeah, but who could have been in here? The breaker boys were in a breaker. The girl. Okay, 45.
Thank you, sir, very much. I don't trust you behind me. Hear ye, hear ye. It has been brought to our attention by various townspeople who are sympathetic to our Southern cause that there is a sum of gold bullion in the amount of $100,000 that we believe is to be used for the war of northern aggression against the peace-loving people of the South. We know the gold has been hidden in this town. The 8th Georgia Company A, with the authority of the Confederate States of America, demands the surrender of this gold under the penalty of the War Acts. If it is not given up, by 3 p.m., the 1st of September, 1863, the town will be put to the torch. Commanding Officer, 8th Georgia, Company A, Sergeant Major Barry Langley. Countersigned by Lieutenant General Longstreet, Commanding First Corps of the Army of Northern Virginia. Private, hostess. Will be nothing left of this town but the saloon. That's the only thing that'll be left. You may now carry on with your daily duties. Thank you.
5 minutes to 2. We could go in the museum if you want, or we could walk over. So, you know,
1890, 20% of the anthracite force was over 16 years of age. Operators weren't cheap. Families were desperate for money. Wages for these kids, you know.
What way are we going?
Devil. Now, all those miners, one of them was an old mule boy. He was one of 3 mule boys left alive when I started that I had the honor of gaining from his life experience. Nobody knew. It's a goat devil. You don't know what. Other guys in other mines, other areas, they call this piece of equipment, the same piece of equipment, something else. Our guys call it a goat devil. The prong that's laying down actually rests like this. You know, it's like this. What do you think that goat devil did? I don't know. What do you think it did? Come on, speak up. Don't be shy. We don't care. We don't care. Say what you think. You don't know. Okay. Well, I'll tell you. Now you're going to know. Here are the cages. From the lower levels came our full coal cars. They would come into this area. See the double gang right there? It would come here. They'd get hung up because you got 2 cages there. This little goat devil would sit on this tiny little set of tracks, and it would push the cars down into the inner staging area to relieve the congestion. Now, very many of our local area residents had somebody, perhaps in their family, that got pinned between 2 5-ton coal cars. You or I mean, you could be built like a gorilla. You're not stopping 5 tons when it's rolling. One of the oldest, one of the first and best mine. 1858. Right here. We're about 1,800 feet in. It took them 3 years to get where we're standing right now.
Raise the cars and lower the cars.
Right, and the men. Well, please hold your questions. I'm probably going to answer your questions throughout the tour. And I'm glad to answer them at the end of it. I got to tell you, I'm the only female tour guide here, which means I have to do. Number 9 shaft. It was driven in 1900. It goes 900 feet straight down to where you have a sump. And of course, the pumps would work 24/7. The deeper you go, the more water that you have to pump out more quickly. If you look at the bonnet, and of course the roof, the bonnet there, you see the bonnet here. Let me see what I got here. You can see the bonnet over here. Those hangers, each one of these bonnets had 8 hangers on it. Now, these spots on the full car. LCM was a large corporation, so you know that they had a lot of good. Now, when they shut down in the 70s, what they did was they sold off these for $25 a piece. We have this because those 6 very special men. When they came in, they found 6 coal cars stuck in what looked like some muck. They must have been stuck, and the guys must have just said, "Ah, forget it," and they left them here. So we were fortunate. 2 of them were in such bad shape, we could not help them. So they were retired, so to speak. And the other 4, we kept 2 for ourselves. The other 2 we gave to other mining museums so they could share the story of the miners. You look up, remember I told you everywhere that you see steel or timber, that's where there's a vein of coal? This is an exception. Why did they reinforce this? They had a lot of money invested here in this equipment, and the company did what they did best. They protected their investment. There you can see these wheels, the big motors here. These rooms, they did not keep powder and supplies down here for extended periods of time. That's why they had the powder house on site. What they would do as a mine foreman, one might have been an electrical room or a repair room where you would bring your tools or whatever. But they did store some equipment here, and usually your mine foreman, your mine boss, he would bring enough in to run his shift. So they needed places to store those. Right here, this is a transfer station. The way that we came in, that's the way that the coal cars would be going out. Beat or bribe or lure them onto the cages. So up here, I'm going to show you how they got them up and down between the different levels. They had to figure out another way to get these mules up and down. This one comes out on level 2, 200 feet below where we are now. They had one for the different levels to get them through. Now, and this mule way, of course, will take us to the tunnel. So this is how they would get the animals there. One at a time, please. When your friend comes back, I don't want you to get hurt. It's kind of dark. You can see here the reinforcements. Of course, this is the home. Passed by then. And there were no more mule boys. And so, very often, one of the things that our guys.
How did they get through this stuff? Unbelievable.
And they were going to shoot the line pole. The only difference is our mud hens did not make that big step, okay?
They have a pretty long perspective, huh?
See, he's prepared. I know, I like my confidence. Hey, mine too. I like those LED lights too. Now you can take a look up here, up the chute, and then move to your left so the people behind you, hang out guys, you get a look. We'll just be patient. Now, what's your name? Dean. Dean! What's your ethnic background?
Filipino.
Okay, that doesn't do me much good. There were no Filipinos here. All right, you're Italian.
Okay, well, we have to
You're now Wapaho without
Going to the
papers.
surface.
Dean, you're gonna, I paid for your passage and that of your wife and or children. You owe me money. So everybody's gonna hate you because who do you think you are, you damn immigrant coming over here getting on. Good job. And you will have sulfur. And when you burn any kind of anthracite, if it's not vented properly, you'll smell the sulfur. You're gonna come all the way down here.
You're breathing acid.
Huh?
You're breathing acid.
Only if there's a buildup. You're gonna come right on down. Move on down. This is welcome to tunnel that was above this one. They had the vents, you know, the chutes to the surface. And the way that they built. There you go. They didn't put the cart before the horse. They thought before they acted. And even the way that they built things that those who came before us built. Nobody wanted to move any of that because, well, it would have just been dangerous and we could have ruined the opportunity for you to see what we do have. I don't know if it's just,
Yeah, it seems to me like it got warmer down
Yeah.
this way.
yeah, like it.
Chris, we were all walking for like 2 miles ago.
I know.
You think it's warm?
But looking at the picture, you don't know that.
No.
I know.